What's cracking, y'all? I'm starting up a new puzzle series, and the basis of the puzzle series is to try to climb towards 3,000 puzzle rating, but I'm trying as hard as I can not to care about my puzzle rating at the same time. If I go down, I feel like that helps me get those puzzles down in that lower rating to build upon and eventually improve. So I'm going to take a maximum of 5 minutes per puzzle to figure out my first move, and if I don't know the move, I'm going to take my best stab, and if I don't get it right, or don't understand the puzzle, I'm going to analyze it and figure out how it works. And I think that'll help me get as many puzzles in as I can while still really giving myself some time to analyze the puzzle and think about what might be happening. I feel like I'm hypothesizing that 5 minutes might be the sweet spot for this sort of thing. So I'm going to try and make it happen. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for following along. Let's get right into it.
All right, let's push some puzzles. Really trying to get to 2,600 today, so let's try to make that happen. Be very careful, but still charging. We're not too worried about the rating, you know. Cool. So this looks like a cool guy move, you know. This looks like a pretty dangerous threat. This knight is here. It feels like I probably want to try to get rid of this knight, and then I have a checkmate threat. I don't really know how to immediately get rid of the knight, though. If I go here, is there like something cool? If I go here... Ooh, that's a check. If the pawn takes, then I can go here. That feels like it might be interesting, actually. I might be able to sack both of these pieces because of this big threat that I have over here. So I'm thinking here, pawn takes, here, and I'm threatening the knight. And how does black cover the mate idea? Because the king is pinned to the back rank. So if my queen gets in, I'm checkmating. I think that's going to work. I think if I go here... I guess the king could just move. If the king moves this way, though, I have this. So the bishop can't block. I'd take that. Nothing else can block. So the king can move. But if the pawn takes, I'm threatening this knight, and this is obviously a very crucial knight. And I don't know what the knight's going to do. This looks pretty good to me. Check. If the king goes here, do I have anything? I'm not sure. But it feels like the pawn can't take this. If the king goes here, what's the line? That's the only line I'm not seeing. I think everything else is pretty deadly. Here, if pawn takes here, the knight can't cover this square anymore. That looks pretty nasty to me. I'm going to give this move a try. I haven't completely calculated everything. I'm not really seeing one line. Okay. Yeah, should have used my full time there. All right, so that sucks. I'm gonna lose a lot of points there probably. Damn, I really like that move. What do you mean? Why can't the pawn just take? All right, gotta analyze that. All right. So knight takes. Bishop e6 is the recommended move. Just fully sacrificing the bishop. Well, if the pawn takes, what's the idea? Queen takes h7. I can just sack the queen? I don't understand. Okay, so let's run through this line. Queen sack. King f8. So this is like a really nasty square for the king to be on, apparently? Why can't... So if the knight takes here, what happens? Mate in 5. So I was supposed to calculate a mate in 5 after this, dude? Come on. Here, bishop e6. So they're just sacking pieces. So it's not even really a mate in 5. But what am I missing here? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's mate. If the king goes here, I fork the queen. Wait. If the king goes there, f7 check. g8. Here, probably. Knight e5. No, e5? e5. What is going on? Is this a mating sequence I'm supposed to know? e6? It's saying bishop e6 again. Okay, if the king ever goes over here... Oh, now I jump to here. Oh, man, that's a tough mating sequence. I definitely... Like, it seems like probably one that pops up a good amount, so I gotta see this long mating sequence here. Things I gotta learn. Add it to the list of things I got to learn. So kind of had the right idea, I guess. It revolved around sacrificing a piece here. I just sacrificed the wrong piece. I'm supposed to see that if the pawn takes, I can take with the bishop, and I went the other way around. I went bishop takes first because I thought, I can't say that I fully understand that, and I don't really know how to fully wrap my head around it. I had to see this mating sequence was crucial. So I could sack my queen. Oh man, okay, that was a brutal puzzle. I don't feel bad about not getting that at all. Let's keep it rolling. Okay, what'd I learn? What'd I lose? 13 rating points there? That's not that bad. Okay, I can check here. It feels like I can probably just sack my knight. If I go here, I'm threatening mate on this square. If the pawn takes, I drop back here, king here, pawn up is what I'm thinking. Oh, the pawn's gonna be in the way. I was thinking this pawn push would be really nasty because if the king moves to the corner, my bishop sees it. But if I sacrifice my knight and the pawn takes, then the pawn is in the way of my bishop. I can sack the queen, right? Can I? It feels like it should be able to. Here, here, here. I can't sack the queen. I'm gonna get this puzzle. I have to be able to get this. This looks very familiar. If I go knight here, I'm threatening mate here. White does have checks and my bishop is hanging, so if I go too slow, it might be bad. So my only checks are here, which doesn't look very good. Oh wait, can I just swing the rook over actually? Yeah, I can. That's it. Okay. So rather than, I was thinking about my bishop too much, but if I sacrifice the knight, pawn takes, rook over, king to the corner, this is checkmate. So I think this is working. I was just following up with the wrong move. So here, if the king just moves, it's checkmate. If the pawn takes, it's still checkmate with the rook and the queen. That's got to be it. Cool. Nice. Checkmate, baby. All right, we get 5 back there. Still got a shot. Still got a shot at climbing up to 2,600, even though we don't care about the rating at all. Let's keep it rolling. Okay. Wow. Black has some firepower here. So I have to give a checkmate somehow. This check. This check. I feel like it's actually got to be this one. King here. It's got to be this. Oh wait, this can take. So maybe not. Do I just go here? I'm threatening mate. I mean, I'm getting mated, right? Yeah. If this queen comes in, that's got to be game over. Yeah. Okay, so I'm toast. I have to give checks. I definitely have to give checks. There's no... Black has too many pieces for me to just be dilly-dallying around. So, I mean, this one... I'm going to need a queen and a bishop to make this work, right? So there's no way I just trade off, sacrifice my bishop and right away. Oh, this pawn is pinned. Okay, missed that entirely. This queen check could be very interesting. Check there. And then I'm threatening to take here, so the king can't go there. So here, yeah. So no matter, the king only has 2 moves, and either one is a checkmate, because I can go here or here. Right? Look for pins, folks. Look for pins. That pawn is pinned, so I can take the bishop, forcing the king to one of these 2 squares, and either one is a checkmate. Nice. Okay. Spotted that. Almost clawing my way back to where I started. Beautiful. Let's keep it rolling. Okay. My rook is under attack. I can certainly check here. Oh, I can just sack the rook and then win the queen. Is that the point? That feels like a pretty good move. So rook here, king absolutely has to take. king jumps onto a square where it gets forked by my knight. That looks like it to me. If I do anything with this rook, the king is escaping. I don't really want that to happen. This just feels like a really good move. Sack the rook to win the queen. Okay, 44 seconds in. Let's take a break. Let's take a brain break here. That's got to be it. It's just got to be it. It's just such a good move. There's no checkmate, right? I don't have any checks with my knight. If this rook tries to check, nothing's happening. This rook only has one check. It's here, and it's a really good move because I forked the queen. All right, it's got to be this. Come on, right? Okay. Nice. Beautiful, and we're at 25.92, baby. We don't care about the score, but that's what the score is, okay? Let's keep it rolling. Okay. I'm under fire here. My bishop is pinned. My bishop is looking here, which is moderately interesting. Something tells me I want to do this for some reason. I don't think it's right, though. If I were to do this, does that help me at all? Doesn't really look like it, right? King gets drawn out, but what do I have other than that? This queen and this bishop are covering a lot of the squares I want to utilize. It does feel like maybe this would do something, but if like my queen could come down protected by something, it would be nice, but my bishop is cut off and this one is on the light squares, so how do I access the light squares? Alright, so yeah, to this check, I can't check with this bishop. I can't check with anything but the rook. So this is actually my only check right now, or a queen sacrifice is also possible, or I could come down here and trade off the queens. Would that be useful at all? I don't think so. I kind of feel like this just blows it open and gives me possibilities for checkmates, but I don't really see how to make one immediately. This, yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I just lose my queen if I do that. I feel like it has to be this, and I'm just not getting there with the rest of the moves. Here, and then I could do this. There's no way. No, I don't. So yeah, I'm being double attacked right now. Huh. This knight just seems too far away to really participate. Obviously everything over here is too far away to participate. Is it somehow that I just... Oh, do I just trade the queens and then just take the bishop? Is that all that's happening here? Yeah, that's probably it, actually. So this bishop is hanging, but I have two hanging pieces right now. I guess the rook isn't hanging, but like if I were to lose if I move my queen, then my rook is hanging. And the only squares that my queen could protect my rook would be these, and none of them are. They're all being attacked still. So I think probably what I do is check the king, trade off the queens. But then it's white's move. Okay, so if I go here, 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 is this just a defensive puzzle? Is that a possibility? I feel like that's the only way to save material here, is to trade off the queens. And then the bishops would trade. They don't have to trade, but I at least save my material. Is that possible? I don't really know how to escape the situation. Like this doesn't look like it's working at all, and that's the only move that seems remotely interesting to me. I don't know how to coordinate my pieces in any reasonable way. So trading off the queens. This is my inkling. I'm gonna rock with this. I don't really know what else to do. That is it. I'm definitely taking this back, right? Is there something else? Do I have like an intermediate check that would be cool? I don't really see one. I'm just taking this. And then I just take, I mean, I have to take back. So this is just a defensive puzzle? Wow. Okay, defensive puzzle. That's, whenever they throw those at you, it's so weird. You really have to understand the entirety of the board to make like a defensive move in a puzzle. Because you got to look for every possible tactic. Pretty happy with myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back there. We are readily approaching 2,600, baby. All right, what's up next? This just feels like one of these, doesn't it? Okay, this check is pretty nasty. But how nasty is it? Can I do this? Here, here, here. It feels like white has a mating attack that's like pretty frightening. Like this is all very bad. The knight does hang eventually, but the bishop coming in looks scary. I don't like that at all. But it just feels like this classic line where you go here, pawn blocks, knight takes, and then I have all these threats. Feels like I have to do that. My knight's under attack. I definitely want to move it, don't I? But I can give this check first and save the knight. And then at the end, all this is happening. This is always such a hard line to calculate because there's so many things white could do. In the puzzle, it always just like pushes the pawn and then this happens. I mean, I have to. I'm going to do this, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and I'll see why I'm wrong, but I don't really know. I don't know what else to consider here. I'm going to do this. Okay, so it's just one of these. Okay, discover attack. Oh, the knight can take, though. Interesting. What do I have for other checks? Do I just take this? No way. Or this, maybe? I knew there was going to be something weird in here. But I had no idea it was going to be this. Alright, if I go here... So I've won a pawn so far, right? I feel like I just want to drop back and give a check. And then get my knight out of here. Typically I would take the rook, but obviously I can't do that or I lose my queen. Is there any other crazy move that I can come up with? I feel like I just want to drop back and give a check. What can block? Queen, bishop, king can move. Oh, queen can't block at all because my knight's here. But whatever. I think I just get out of here, right? That's the only thing I can really think of. My queen's under attack. I want to move my queen, and there aren't really. I guess I could. No, I can't take a. Yeah, I can't take a pawn. I have to give a check to get my knight out of here. Save both of these pieces. I have to give a check. This looks like a good check. Nice. And now I can just run away. No, now I take the rook. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I was missing that. Okay, so by giving a check, I get my queen out of harm's way, and you can just take the rook now. Nice. Okay. Well, there's 2,600, dude. Not that we care about the score, but that's 2,600, and that's the score. Okay. Wonderful. All right, let's keep it rolling. Queen's under attack. Seems like a lot of queen attacks, which I don't really appreciate. I think I can just go here. Bishop is pinned right now. It's not going to be pinned if I check with the knight. I check with the knight. King has to go here. Queen here. Bishop is going to be or the knight could take as well. Okay. Here. Here. No. I feel like this is mandatory. The king goes here, and then the king looks really safe. I don't really have any checks. Other than sacrificing my queen, the bishop, or the knight take. Yeah, there's too many options there. So what is going on here? Is this first interesting for some reason? The king or the knight could take. I don't really see why that would be good. My other rook sliding in is interesting. I don't like this though at all. I don't like the king scooting back here because there's so much pressure on the square. I feel like I like utilizing this pin first and just getting rid of my queen. So if knight takes in that situation, I could go here and it's sort of the same problem. Can I follow up with more knight checks for some reason? Alright, here. Am I just going to sack the house or something? Is there going to be like a smother made at the end of this? Here. Oh, the bishop can't take because then this is checkmate. Okay. So here, knight takes. And then I can bring in my other rook maybe? Is that wild? There's no way that works, does it? Here. Knight takes is definitely forced. Because if the bishop took, I could bring the rook in, and this is checkmate. So, one more time. Here, 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 knight takes. If I bring my rook in, that seems so slow, but I'm definitely threatening mate pretty aggressively. If I can get my rook in here, that's going to be checkmate. And the king is trapped because of the knight. It has to be this line. Let me get a couple moves in. Wow. Okay, I'm just wrong. Is it this immediately? This immediately? Okay. Well, immediately dropping back down below 2600. Queen stack's not right. Alright, so none of the things I was looking at are right. I have no idea what's going on here. Why in the world would that be helpful? So this knight was a problem? Oh, because now my plan works, because the knight can't take. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Man, alright. So that was an instance where giving myself a little more than 5 minutes to think about it would have actually paid off. And that'll happen every once in a while, but still, learning. I want to run that one back just for my own sake. Okay. I don't need to analyze it, but so the point was that this line that I was looking at almost worked, but the problem, so I noticed finally that here, on this check, the king has to move here, and then I can sack the queen, and I saw that, like, all these pieces are looking at the square, and I was like, oh, that's not going to work, but the bishop can't take, and the bishop can't take because if here, the king's here, and the bishop takes, then my rook comes to here because the rook moves out of the way, and my rook can access that square, and that's going to be checkmate. So the idea is that the only piece that can save the mate after the queen sack is the knight. So if I get rid of the knight first, then I can make this line happen. And so this is what I was talking about here. I can sacrifice the queen. The bishop has to take now because the knight's not there, and now the rook slides in for the checkmate. Tricky one. All right, cool. Let's keep it rolling. Yeah, cool line there. That's good. Let's keep it rolling. Alright, I have a check here. I don't really know what happens after that. I don't like that my knight is pinned to my queen. Is this free? Kind of feels like this is free, doesn't it? If I take this, the queen is pinned. Yeah, that's free. Just a free bishop. If I take this, the queen's pinned, you can trade, and I just take. Or you can not trade. You can take here, and then I just take the queen, trade the queens, and then I just take the. Yeah, this is a free bishop. Trade the queens first. Take the bishop. Nice. Okay, get 5 back there. We're clawing back. We're clawing back, dude. We're just clawing. Scrappy. I was just a scrappy individual. Okay, we're scrapping. Okay, so. Alright, doesn't really seem like I have any huge mate threats here. I feel like this is going to be some weird fork puzzle, or maybe trap the queen. Queen definitely looks like it's in a weird spot. Wish I could move this pawn. Okay, this knight thing seems weird. So I can attack the queen with this knight a couple different ways. Go there. Ooh, can I do this? Is that going to be what it is? This queen looks like it's in a really weird spot. It can currently go here. And I don't really like that it can do that. But if I go here, pawn takes, I'm thinking if I push this pawn, the queen might be in a lot of trouble. Oh, but I can still go here. Yeah, so the queen's actually safe there. So maybe it's not trapping the queen, because you can just kind of trade them off. If I go here... Nah, yeah, queen can escape that. My knight is protecting this bishop right now, so I don't really want to move this knight. How do I take away this square? So, like, this would do that. Is there some reason why this pawn... Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I trade this, and then this is hanging. No. So the queen's protecting this. But this is almost hanging. Is that the idea? Do I scare the queen away? I think I have to trade this. Just to open up my rook. So if I trade here, like I think this wins a pawn. No, it doesn't because of the bishop. Here. It has to be like it has to be opening up this file. I'm thinking now. So how can I get the queen away from protecting this? How do I attack that queen? What else do I have? Oh man, I'm just not seeing it. All right. I mean, I almost clawed back to 2600, but this is my inkling. I think I'm gonna trade this and see where we're at. Okay, I was right about that. So definitely it's something to do with opening this up. But how do I get the queen from protecting this? So these bishops being stacked up are definitely not ideal for black. I'm going to be able to win one of those. I just don't know how. Do I just win a pawn? No, if I win a pawn, I lose this bishop. And then I guess I take this. So maybe that is it. Maybe I just dive in here and win a pawn. So by winning a pawn, I'm attacking the queen. No, because then if the bishop... So here, and I just lost an... No, then I take here, but then I lose the bishop at the end of the line. So what's the idea from here? Trade here? Yeah. So that I don't lose the bishop? So take that, take here, and I just win a pawn? Is the entire puzzle just winning a pawn? Wait, this pawn is hanging too. This is a mess. Yeah, so I'm not even winning a pawn. Wait a second. Here. Then but if this, what about this pawn taking? This is so weird. I think I want to do this. I'm gonna trade first. I don't know what's going on. It's not that. Okay, is it this? What am I missing here? What is the point of this puzzle? Alright, get me through this. Stack them up. Okay. So just stack up on the bishops and I'm going to win one of them. Gotcha. Alright, okay, I understand that. Let's keep it rolling. Let's do one more puzzle. One more puzzle for the books. I don't think I'm going to get back to... I'm not going to get back to 2600, unfortunately, but we got there. We got there this episode. This is just a hanging knight. You know? This would just appear to be a hanging knight. I don't know what is happening in this puzzle. Why would I not just take this hanging knight? Is there some tactic that I'm missing? For black? What is this? Is it what happened? Like, is there something weird going to happen after this? So I take this knight. What do you do? What am I missing here? Is this pawn? What? I don't even have any threats. Do I take a pawn first? For some reason? No, I'm taking the knight. It's a hanging knight, dude. I don't want to spend a bunch of time on this. But it seems like I have to, because this is just the most confusing puzzle I've ever seen. There must be some weird line afterward that I'm not seeing. I'm taking this knight. This is a hanging knight. I'm taking it. Okay. Okay, so that was the idea. There was something weird that I was completely missing. So now my bishop is pinned to my rook, and my bishop is under attack. So I do have a check here. I don't see why that would be useful at all. I can win a... No, then I lose a rook. So, I mean, I do win a pawn from this entire exchange, even if I lose my bishop, because I took the knight. But I'm assuming the puzzle is probably something more interesting than that. If I go here... this puzzle seems annoying. So this is my only check, right? It doesn't look like a good check at all. If I go here, so I'm worried. So mate is definitely a concern. Back rank mates are a problem. Oh man, I don't know what the idea is from here. I feel like I just want to double up my rooks. What's the point of this? I'm losing that bishop, right? If I go here, I feel like I just have to save the pawn. Like I'm just going to win a pawn. Is that the entire puzzle? What am I missing here? Oh man, I don't want to end on an L. What's the point of this? It can't be this. Like that's just such a passive move. What am I doing? What's like the cool aggressive move that I have here? There must be one. This doesn't work because the rook just takes. How do I counterattack? That doesn't work. I don't know. I don't see this. Ah, man. Here. What do you want me to do? If I go here, trades. Undoubling the pawn seems good, I guess, if I could do that. If the rook moves away, then I can just... I think I like this move best. I don't know. Wow, okay. So, and now I just take with the bishop. Ah, so I get the bishop out of there. Nice. Wow. Wow, got kind of lucky there, honestly. I didn't even see the line, but okay. So I think I'm up like 4 points, not that we care about points. On the day, decent run, you know? Got up to 2,600. That was fun. It was good stuff. We're puzzing. We're pushing these puzzles. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.